everyone. Dan Eisner here from ZLC Employee Benefits Solutions. My passion as an employee benefits advisor is to find better ways for employee benefits, different from those that we've used over the past 20 or even 30 years. And it's this passion that drove me to develop the Better Benefits podcast series. Along with my passion, I leverage my relatively unique profile, having almost 25 years experience as an employee benefits advisor and being the only chartered professional accountant working in this industry in the local market. So, in this episode of the Better Benefits podcast series, I'd like to talk about how insurer expense charges seem to be out of line. Look, given that these charges are applied to the underlying benefits plan claims costs, they would already be going up at the same rate as benefits inflation, which is likely higher than the costs for the insurers to run their business. So, it kind of begs the question as to why these expense charges, as a percentage of those underlying claims, are not going down. So, let's get started. So as an employer providing benefits programs, you've likely noticed rising costs. We all recognize the issues related to an aging and less healthy population. Along with things like newer, high-cost drugs and treatments, insurer expenses are contributing to rising claims costs that are at the foundation of your overall benefits plan program costs. However, have you ever questioned why those insurer expense charges are not decreasing given advancements in things like insurer technology and automation? So, at the core of it, as the Canadian population continues to age, it is becoming less healthy, thereby increasing the need to utilize employee benefits plans. Simultaneously, science continues to make advancements in new therapies for both existing and new diseases and conditions, allowing us to live longer and healthier. Additionally, governments have historically downloaded costs onto benefit plans, but lately they've also not been uploading coverage onto provincial drug plans for new and costly services on a timely basis, deferring to the benefits programs to pick that up. So with all these variables at play, it's really not that surprising that the cost of employee benefits plans have been under pressure due to a significant growth in those underlying claims. Employee benefits plans have risen, on average, about 6% over the past 25 years. However, claims costs are only one part of the overall cost of group benefits plans. The cost for insurers to run these plans are also an integral component in your plan costs. With insurer charges ranging anywhere from 8% to 30% of underlying claims, depending on the size of your group and the nature of the benefits in question. So, begs the question of why those expense charges have not been reducing relative to the underlying claims costs. So think about it. If an insurer applies those expense charges to the underlying claims, those claims are going up 6% annually, then their expense charges in dollar terms are also growing at 6%. Arguably, if the cost for insurers to run their businesses is not rising at 6%, those operating costs relative to the underlying claims costs should theoretically be going down. However, we've not seen insurer expense charges, going down. For insured plans, that's reflected in target loss ratios, and we haven't seen it in self-insured administrative services only ASO contracts. More often, we've seen that those expense charges are unchanged at best or even going up. So this really seems counterintuitive given the improved claims automation that's being employed by the employee benefits industry. So, for example, there's no need really for insurers to cut open envelopes and manually key in claims information from submitted paper forms. Dental claims are almost entirely processed electronically with limited need for manual intervention. The vast majority of employee benefits plans have drug cards, so there's no claims forms there. Most paramedical practitioners are also processing claims directly with insurers, and employees are quite comfortable using online claim submission or insurers' online portals and mobile apps. Why then are insurer costs not coming down? We can't directly confirm if there are other costs now impacting the insurer's ability to run their business or whether these efficiencies achieved from technology are simply improving profitability. What we do know is that employee benefits plan sponsors need to be confident consistently that they're getting the best deal available in the market. Ultimately, plan sponsors should expect that their advisor advocates for transparency and competitive pricing, ensuring their plan meets the needs of their business and employees while staying cost efficient. To ensure their plan remains cost effective, plan sponsors need their advisor to, number one, benchmark those expense charges, and do this regularly to compare insurer expense charges to market standards. Number two, advisors need to analyze underwriting and rating, and they need to understand the details behind the plan's cost structure. And lastly, advisors need to consider marketing your plan. Periodically, we need to assess if a better deal is actually available elsewhere in the market. Okay, you've heard my thoughts and opinions, so let me know what you think. How does this compare to what you're hearing from your current advisor or other advisors in the market? As always, I'm really interested to know if there are other current topics that you'd like to see me cover in future podcasts. Let me know what's bothering you or keeping you awake at night with respect to your employee benefits plan. Thanks for joining me today. Be sure to follow me on my LinkedIn business page, and that's Dan Eisner, Employee Benefits Advisor, and you'll get notifications on the next Better Benefits podcast, and all that information will come up on the screen in a second. Thanks so much.